can bring back one former Saints teammate just to have around the dressing room, who are you picking?
Cuco Martina. 100%. Nah, man, I miss him already. Just say his name, I miss him. He's just funny, man. He's such a good guy to have around the training ground and in sessions, always laughing and smiling. You spend a lot of your time here. You only spend 19 times a year at the stadium. You spend 6 days a week, sometimes 7, at the training ground. You know, you can get on top of each other, and people like Cuco are good, clean-hearted people who know just to how to have a laugh and enjoy sort of the environment and the moments that they're in. Yeah, man, it'd be him, Cuco.
Who is the most annoying player in the current squad?
The most annoying player in the current squad? It's Musa, man. This Musa. I love him to death.
He's always happy though, right?
Always happy. Nah, he's not sometimes, you know. He's a little brat sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. On the training pitch when a couple of the boys are shouting at him, but we're all like that with footballers. But yeah, man, Musa, because he's got so much ability as one, and everybody knows it. Sometimes he just tries to do a little bit too much sometimes, and boys end up shouting at him, then he gets a little bit upset, and it just literally just reminds me of me when I was 21, 22 years old. But yeah, man, when Musa's in that mood, yeah, it's him.
Why did you change your squad number this season?
I just had 22 from my last 2 years at Birmingham up until, well, my last 3 years at Birmingham I had it, and then I had it at Norwich for 3 seasons, and then I just come here. I knew the 22 was available, so I think I asked the kit man the first couple of days I was here what numbers were available. He said 22, so I was like, alright, it's easy for me. It was my choice. I got offered. Somebody at the club had offered. He asked me if I wanted to take the 11, if I wanted to change the numbers. So it's just one of them. I just said yeah. Still there a little bit. 22, still there a little bit. It's half the number.
How many players in the current squad have played more club games in their career than you?
Wait, so every player that plays for Southampton, including all of their other clubs, so just how many games have all played?
How many do you think will have played more games than you? Because you are up there.
2.
Who?
Prowse and Bert's.
Bertie's one, Fraser's one, and Theo's the other.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't even think about the keepers. Yeah, and Theo. What am I thinking? Prowse not played more than me. Because we were playing at the same time, like 16-year-olds. Like he was I think he was in League One then. I'm old, innit?
You're very close to 400 club appearances, which, having just turned 27, I think is mad. I
feel it in my legs. This Gurgen press is crazy. This press is mad. You feel it. I'm telling you. Nah, that's all right. That to be close to 400 is it's not bad. It's not bad. 27, 400.
You and Ryan Bertrand have the strongest bromance in the squad.
Probably the longest standing, yeah. There's a few that are emerging. Yannick and Stu. That's been emerging. Really? Yeah, that's quite a good one. Prowse and Ingsy, definitely. Although I think Theo's trying to get in that one as well, from what I'm seeing. Mikey and Kyle. That's quite a little funny one. It's funny to watch sometimes, that one.
The manager has his own nickname for you that no one else uses.
Yeah. Ready. He's the only one. Do you know what though? It's weird because now like you got the coaches here like Kelv. Like he'll just say yes, Ready, and he'll be like, oh, sorry. But I think he's probably trying to say Redders, which is like what everybody calls me here. But I think that's probably that's what he heard when he first came here. But he heard it as Ready.
The best and worst moments of your career have both come at Wembley.
No. One of the best, yes. One of the worst, no.
Because you remember the cup final fondly?
I'm proud still to this day of how he played, and I think, you know, with how football is now, I remember we scored to make it. I think it was 2-2 maybe, just before half time. One got disallowed, and it wasn't offside. You might watch the game back now. It wasn't offside, so I think if the game goes how it goes now with VAR and stuff like that, I think the game might have been a little bit different. But I was actually proud of how we played that day because we actually played really well.
Pep Guardiola always makes time to speak to you every time we play Man City.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, yeah. After the game, when you cross the white line, you know, players are in the tunnel and stuff. Some have a little chat, and you know, we always manage to bump into each other and, you know, just have a general chat. How's life? How's, you know, football going? What's going on? So it's quite nice to be able to have that. And I think sometimes when I'm in those situations, I forget that he's also one of the best managers in the world. So, you know, it just proves everyone's human.
You know exactly how many goals you've scored in your career?
No. Ooh. No, I don't. No, I don't. It's got to be in between like 40 and 50, no? Or 40 and 60.
Right, the answer is 49. So your next goal is the 50th of your career.
49? That's like it's almost like, that's not great, is it? That's baggy, that. You know, 400 appearances, 49 goals. Ooh. If I was on Football Manager, I'd get rid of myself. That's not good enough.
I was trying to big you up there because the next one's the big 50.
Yeah, that's what that was my next point. Nah, that's nice. That I might have to get myself a little dairy milk for that. If I hit 51.
Any player who says they prefer assisting goals to scoring goals is lying.
Nah, I've never been greedy. Yeah, I get that satisfaction as well because it's like, yeah, just help the team out, but also, you know, that goal weren't possible without me doing something to contribute to the team. So, yeah, man, I get the same feeling.
This summer we've got the Euros coming up. Who would you rather win the trophy, Yannick Vestergaard or Jan Bednarek?
I think Vesti, you know. Yeah, I think Vesti. I like Jan. I like Bednarek. I like Jan Bednarek. Cool cat, but I think Vesti. Yeah, just because he's just when he walks around training ground, he's so big, but he's just cool in his own demeanour. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's good within himself. That's what I like. He knows himself, so he's good within himself. Plus, he's got that pass to me, like in the game all the time. Like, tries to fire it in. I like that.
He's got that ping.
Yeah, opens up. Whenever he pings the ball, his hands like that. Whenever he pings, I swear. You look at the videos, his hands like that all the time. But yeah, I think Vesti. Yeah.
We could have Prowsey, Ingsy, Stu and Shea all on the pitch at the same time when England play Scotland. What would be your ideal scenario in that game?
2-1. Stu assists Shea's goal. Ingsy scores. Prowse wins it with a free kick. That literally just makes everyone happy, no? Prowse is on his dead balls. Ingsy scores. Shea scores. Stu gets an assist. Everyone's happy. Actually, to be fair, Stu might want a goal as well. Nah, he's gonna have to have the assist. England got to win.
See, I thought you might go with like 5-0 or something.
I want Shea to do well as well. I want Stu to do well, but you know, someone's got to win.
The Saints team from your debut season faces the Saints team from the current season. Who wins?
Debut season. When I came to this club, yeah, with the debut season team, I couldn't believe what I was playing with.
Really?
I was 22, 23. Didn't know how good Davo was. Davo was a joke. J-Rod had just come back from his injury, so he was kind of like everyone around was saying that he was kind of like a new player. Dusan was crazy. I learnt so much from Dusan. Cedric and Jose had just come back from the Euros after winning it. And I remember them walking into the stadium when we had a friendly and they were like getting a round of applause. Like, they just gained world peace. They were getting all the plaudits. So they'd just come back from winning the Euros. Bertie was just come back from the Euros, I think, as well, from being with England. Verge was ridiculous. I'd never seen a keeper like Fraze in my life before, and he was a bit nuts as well. there was a few young players that I'd played with anyway as well, like Tiggs, Prowsey, Steve-O, that I played with in like the younger international setup as well. Yeah, man, I was coming into that environment with Ori was in there as well. Geordie Classy, he was ridiculous in training. It was like, that was mad. I came here thinking I had to be on it every single day otherwise. And Jose as well, he was a great leader at the club. He just proved that, you know, working hard, coming through the leagues from League One all the way up to the Premier League and then winning the Euros with Portugal is something special. So there was like fully fledged internationals all over the pitch. Yeah, I think that one. As much as although they could get undone by the way we press at the moment, because that's no joke. I wouldn't like to be pressed by that. It's not nice.
I mean, you'd be representing the current team.
I'd be in the current team. So like Fraze, me, Prowse, Ori, Bert. Yeah, I think we win.
Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it?
Yeah, it's actually mad. Yeah, I think we win. Yeah, I think we win. But what I said is still credible.
Yeah.
Damn, it's still credible.
I like it. Win the FA Cup and get relegated, or qualify for Europe through the Premier League?
Qualify for Europe? I don't want to get relegated. Bouncing straight back up is not easy, by the way. That's not easy. I was at Norwich, we were 10th in January. That's not easy. That's not easy. And business end in champ starts the first day of the season. So, nah, man, getting reload is no joke. It's not nice. I got League Cup winners medal with Birmingham as well. Got relegated that season. Didn't come up. Looking at my club Birmingham now, my boyhood club, it's not in the greatest positions in terms of as a stature of a football club as what it should be. So I know what relegation can do to teams if they don't bounce up. And if you look at the Championship now, there's so many teams, big football clubs in that league that haven't recovered. Middlesbrough, Norwich are in there, Watford, Swansea, Reading. You know, it's tough, man. You can ask any of those teams.
You can choose any player in the squad to score the winner in the FA Cup final. You can't pick yourself.
What is that? Any player? Steve-O. Yeah, Steve-O, man. Steve-O will love it because he just loves football. And he will love it. He'd be the pride of Cornwall as well. If he went back, he'd be like a king. And then if ever I wanted to go on holiday, a little mini break down, visit Steve-O in Cornwall, he has to have the key to the city by then.
It's a county, mate.
Whatever the key to the county, I need a yurt for a couple of days if you get back for me for free by scoring the winner in the FA Cup final. I'm all for it. Yeah, Steve-O, man, that's my boy.